For all the integers a and b, a minus b is the unique integer such that a equals b plus n. This is the same way we defined subtraction in the whole numbers. So we can use the definition of subtraction to compute numbers, or to compute differences. So 3 minus 10, using that definition, we would say 3 minus 10 is equal to some n. That means that 10 plus something is 3. So what is that something? That something is going to be negative 7. So 3 minus 10 is negative 7. In the same way, we could say, okay, let negative 2 minus 10 be some n. Then 10 plus n is negative 2. So that means what do I need to add to 10 to get negative 2? I need to add negative 12. We can think about subtracting in the integers as adding the opposite. So subtracting an integer is the same as adding its opposite. So for all integers a and b, a minus b is just the same thing as a plus negative b. So if we use this fact, we can figure out these differences. So 2 minus 8 is the same thing as 2 plus negative 8, and 2 plus negative 8 is negative 6. 2 minus negative 8 is the same thing as 2 plus negative 8. Negative 8 is just positive 8, so we are left with 2 plus 8 is equal to 10. You've probably heard before two negatives give you a positive. Subtracting a negative is the same thing as adding. If I want to subtract negative 5 from negative 12, this is the same thing as negative 12 plus 5, and so that's negative 7. Negative 12 minus 5 is the same thing as negative 12 plus negative 5, and that's negative 17. We can use these same properties to simplify algebraic expressions. So if I have negative b minus c, that is the same thing as negative b plus negative c, and that's the same thing as negative b plus negative c, and that's the same thing as negative b plus c, or we could say c minus b. A minus b plus c I can simplify by again writing b plus c, subtracting b plus c as adding negative b plus c. Negative b plus c is the same thing as adding negative b plus negative c. And then I can use the associative property to regroup these and write a plus negative b plus negative c. Or, since I can just add from left to right, if I don't have parentheses, I can rewrite this way. A plus negative b plus negative c. And there it is right now. Again, we can simplify these expressions. So first, when I am subtracting I'm subtracting 5 minus x. This is the same as 2 plus negative 5 minus x, which is the same as 2 plus negative 5 minus negative x two plus negative 5 minus negative x, that's the same thing as adding negative x. 2 plus negative 5 plus negative x is x itself. I can use the associative property to have 2 plus negative 5 plus x. 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3 plus x, or we could say x minus 3. If we wanted to do 5 minus x minus 3 simplified, then I could again first rewrite as 5 plus negative x minus 3, which is 5 plus negative x minus negative 3, which is 5 plus negative x plus negative 3, which is 5 plus negative x plus 3. Use the associative property again and the commutative property. So I can regroup this as 5 plus 3 plus negative x, commutative property on that negative x plus 3, and then associative property to say 5 plus 3 plus negative x, or 8 plus negative x, or 8 minus x. There it is. If I wanted to simplify this expression, I have negative x minus y. So I could first say negative x minus y is the same thing as adding negative y. Negative x minus y is the same thing as negative x minus negative y. And then we still have plus negative y. Negative x minus negative y is the same thing as adding negative y plus negative y. Negative x equals, or sorry, plus negative y is y plus negative y. Negative x plus y plus negative y. Y and negative y are zero pair. They're additive inverses of each other, so this leaves me with negative x. So a couple final notes about subtraction. Subtraction is not commutative or associative. So we have to, if we want to change the order of things that we do, we have to change our subtraction into addition using that property. So rule of thumb, you might think that 3 minus 15 minus 8 is ambiguous because we don't have any grouping. We're not told what to do first. But mathematicians have agreed that subtraction will be performed left to right unless there are parentheses involved. So 3 minus 15 minus 8 is the same thing as doing 3 minus 15 and then subtracting 8. So we perform subtraction from left to right. So for example, if we have 2 minus 5 minus 5, we would subtract 2 minus 5 first and get negative 3, and then subtract 5 and get negative 8. 3 minus 7 plus 3, we would first do 3 minus 7. 3 minus 7 is negative 4, plus 3 is positive, or negative 1. Now we do have parentheses, so we're told that we need to do 3 minus 7 first. So we would have 3 minus positive 4, which is negative 1. And that's the end of this video. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you next time.